Here's your weather briefing for this Sunday, November the 13th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and freeze warnings in effect all across central Alabama for the parts of the state that have not experienced a killing freeze so far. And that is coming true early on this Sunday morning, thanks to a couple of big troughs across the United States. That's going to tell our weather story over the next several days. The first trough moving through the eastern Great Lakes this morning will eject on out to sea tomorrow off the northeast coast of the United States. Most of the eastern half of the country will remain very cool, so will the southwestern portions. As that big, deep trough there over Nevada begins to move out, it'll be our next weather maker. Let's go straight to the models. This is the GFS from last evening, showing conditions today should be dry across all of Alabama. We should have a sunny, cool, and windy day. We started off in the upper 20s, mid to upper 20s in North Alabama. We'll be in the upper 40s across the northern half of the state, some lower 50s across the southern half. Temperatures tonight will drop back to near the same levels, maybe a degree or so warmer than those of Saturday night, expecting overnight lows between 26 and 30 degrees across north and central Alabama. So again, most areas will experience freezing conditions. By Monday, big storm system ahead of that trough. There you see snows for Oklahoma. They'll continue into Arkansas, and we'll see some pretty decent amounts over the Sooner State. Snowfall amounts in those areas could exceed 4 to 8 inches. Parts of western, northwestern Arkansas could see 1 to 3 inches of snow Monday afternoon, Monday night into Tuesday. Rain there for Texas, and severe weather a possibility. Some of this rain gets into Alabama probably just before midnight into the pre-dawn hours. No snow or anything like that for us here. And the only instability will be along the Gulf Coast. Thunderstorms expected as far east as the Florida Panhandle on Tuesday, but they shouldn't be severe across Mississippi, Alabama, or Northwest Florida. But in the day two outlook from the SPC, valid from Monday morning till Tuesday morning, a marginal risk of severe weather across parts of the Texas coastal plain and extreme southern Louisiana. Again, that shouldn't affect us here in Alabama. That activity is centered in north and central Alabama early Tuesday, mostly moving out by noon, but taking its time to get out of the state. Tuesday highs with lots of clouds will be in the lower to middle 50s after morning lows in the 40s. As we go toward Wednesday, high pressure beginning to take control of Alabama's weather again. A mix of clouds and sun expected after morning lows in the lower to middle 30s. Afternoon highs should reach the lower 50s, and I think will be breezy. Not only Wednesday, but Tuesday ahead of that deepening trough, as you saw. It's kind of taking a little bit of a negative tilt as it moves toward Texas and into the Arklatex. Then by Wednesday, Gulf system beginning to get organized. Some earlier forecasts thought we might see rain here on Thursday. It looks like those rain chances will be shunted to the south over coastal and South Alabama at best. Thursday will feature a mix of clouds and sun for north and central Alabama. Highs probably don't get out of the 40s. Then by Friday, slow clearing, partly cloudy skies. Not really colder, but we'll probably still be in the lower 50s, some 40s over North Alabama. And then as we move into Saturday, looks like high pressure will be large and in charge. Should be a nice day. Still on the cool side though, starting out near freezing, getting into the middle 50s by the afternoon with a light northeasterly wind. Moving out to the 23rd, this is the busiest travel day of the year traditionally. And look, most of the United States in good shape, so no weather delays really expected on any of the major flying hubs on Wednesday, and that's great news. Moving forward to the Iron Bowl on Saturday, the 26th, should be a warming trend for Alabama. Looks like a good bit of sunshine. Maybe some increasing clouds late, but we should be dry. High temperatures will be back into the 70s. That'll be the first time we'll probably see 70s in this forecast period. Thanksgiving Day looks good across Alabama. Looks like it'll be partly cloudy, still cool. But Black Friday looks like it'll be beginning to get a little bit warmer with still dry and mild conditions. This is precipitation over the 7 days off the GFS ending next Saturday night. You can see those rainfall amounts across Alabama, fairly light despite a fairly protracted period of rain late Monday night into Tuesday. Some areas could get 4 to 5 hours of rain. That rainfall is going to be very light. Here's temperatures off the national blend of models. Looks like our warmest day in this initial period will be on Monday when we'll be in the middle to upper 50s, climbing back down into the 40s by Thursday and Friday, and then slowly climbing out of that. And just beyond this forecast period, we see those 70s. The tropics are quiet. We've had 3 hurricanes in November. That is unusual, has not happened since 2001. And here's an update on the Atlantic hurricane activity through November 10th, thanks to Dr. Bill Klotzbach at the Colorado State University. 14 named storms this year. That's right on average. 8 hurricanes is a little bit more than average, but you can see the number of hurricane days and the ACE less than average. ACE is how we kind of measure the total output of the hurricane season, sitting at 81% of the long-term average, and 2 major hurricanes. Of course, it only takes one, as we know, and we really have had 2 destructive hurricanes in Florida, and including this past week's Nicole, which visited the East Coast, finishing a lot of the damage along the coast that Ian had started. Hope you join us for Weather Brains tomorrow night. Rick Smith, our esteemed colleague from Oklahoma, is in charge of the show. He's got some great experts to talk about GIS and its role in meteorology. Weather Brains is the weekly netcast that's all about weather. And this is the daily video that's all about weather. James will be back 2 days tomorrow. Scott, see you next Saturday. I'll see you Sunday. And until I get that chance again, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky because you'll always have something fun to look at.